Well, I've got a bit of a different video for you today because I went to the cinema. Let's begin. Now, when I first heard that Robert Pattinson was playing Batman, I think my first reaction was something like, no! Because at the time, I was worried that it would probably end up being some sort of camp George Clooney Twilight-style Batman and nothing more than for ladies to drool over. And therefore, it'd probably be even worse, if such a thing is possible, than Ben Affleck's Batman. But the good news is, I was completely wrong. Because whilst a few ladies may still drool over him, probably because they haven't actually seen me play Batman yet, I think he actually plays Batman quite well. Imagine a Michael Keaton Batman crossed between a Christian Bale style of Batman, and you'll get something close to how Robert Pattinson portrays him, in my opinion. And he definitely does not take any crap either. And his entrance as Batman is the best Batman entrance I've seen yet. And I don't want to spoil it, but you hear him before you see him, and I feel like the way it's done really adds to the suspense and fear factor to what the bad guys must be feeling. In fact, the whole film is shot in a kind of darker or Tim Burton sort of style, which is great, especially considering what we've seen recently with Ben Affleck's Batman, if you can call him that is. It's even more darker than Christopher Nolan's trilogy too, which I actually thought was quite good in itself. And it's also a little bit more realistic than Christopher Nolan's trilogy too, with the gadgets that is, because they don't push the realms of reality too much, just like they kind of did in The Dark Knight with the whole sound wave thing where you could see through floors. I can't remember what the gadget is called now, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, as you more than likely know by now, the main villain this time is the Riddler, and it'll almost certainly give Jim Carrey's Riddler nightmares with the things he does and his persona in general. His riddles themselves are actually quite tricky as well, and Batman seems to find that to begin with. However, unfortunately, as time goes on, Batman seems to solve them quicker than what even Adam West's Batman did, which I think is actually a real shame, especially at one bit where time really was of the essence, because any urgency that was there kind of evaporated as soon as Batman started to speak. Now, there's also a few other well-known bad guys in the film, but I'll let you find them out for yourself. Now, my son really did like the new Batmobile, however I didn't particularly. To me, it reminded me of a wide, stretched kind of old-shaped Ford Escort with a big engine, which if anything is more likely to do a weekly shop than chase bad guys. But I suppose it certainly is more realistic than some of the previous Batmobiles that we've seen, like the Batman Forever one, for example. All in all, though, I thought it was actually a brilliant Batman film and certainly kept you in suspense and on the edge of your seat at times. There is a scene at the end credits, but to be honest, it's not really worth waiting for. And yes, okay, Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne is a bit pants in my opinion, as at times he seems to come across as a bit more needy or emotional than what others have done in the past, but his Batman is right up there with both Michael Keaton and Christian Bale, certainly far ahead of what either Val Kilmer, George Clooney and especially Ben Affleck could ever hope to be. Now, I'll give the film a good solid 4 out of 5, and to be honest, I'm actually really looking forward to the next one.